Great morning and afternoon to each and every one of you out there right now in Facebook Live land. It's Steve Curry here, your life coach specialist, for another episode of Inspiration Station. I am just still feeling the momentum of the book launch that happened last Friday. I want to thank once again each and every one of you who tuned in on the Facebook Live and, shared the video. I appreciate it so much. The video is climbing in numbers. It is really touching lives. It's gone as far as South Africa and other parts of Africa. And it was because of all of you. So I appreciate it very much. Love to see it in the thousands of views. Not there yet, but I'm asking you to keep sharing it and let the message grow out, because momentum is building. Before I get into my talk today, because I have something that you all probably need to get a pen and paper, so I'll give you some time to get that, because this is another instructional moment that if you could look at these 10 principles and incorporate them in your life, I guarantee you're going to see some changes in a positive way. I guarantee you're going to see a greater success in your life. So take some time right now and grab a paper and pen, and go slow so you'll be able to write them down. This topic is 10 rules to live by, or 10 principles to live by, or 10 laws to live by, or whichever way you want to title it. It's going to be interesting nuggets for you. But before I get into that, I didn't really give a good shout out to my new friend, Nezreen, and I just wanted to do that now. Nezreen, she is absolutely phenomenal and amazing. She's bringing new appreciation from me to an artist, the ability to just feel the ambiance of what's going on and just to draw. Like while I was on stage speaking, she was at the back, directly right at the back wall, and she was painting a picture. And this is the picture that she painted. And it's just absolutely incredible. Just look at the coloring, and the coloring is my brand. That's my brand. It's the maroon, the burgundy, and of course the gold. It's all in there. And if you look right down in the corner here, wrong corner, let me just swing it and go to this side here. If you look in the corner right there, she was drawing the picture of me looking out the horizon. And I love that, because, you're looking to your goals, you're looking to your future, and there is my future right there. It's shining, it's glowing. And while she was drawing the picture with me there, my daughter came by, my 8-year-old daughter, Judea. I call her Princess Judea, the fastest woman in the world. She asked her, what are you doing? And the lady told her, I'm drawing a picture for your dad. And this is him right here wearing his hat. And my daughter says, well, what about me? And then so Nezreen said to her, well, who are you? And she says, I'm his daughter, and I'm very important to him. And so she decided to draw my daughter in. And so there is Judea right there. And there is the power of suggestion right there. The picture didn't start out in the mind of the creator for her to be in there, but she came by at the appointed time. You see what I'm talking about? You create your own opportunity. There is right there, my daughter. She's showing the example of right there of creating her own opportunity. She said, I'm his daughter and I am important. She didn't just say I'm his daughter. She says I'm important. That means I'm important to be in this picture because I'm important to his life and I'm a part of his life. And so there it is. The picture is now me and my daughter. So I want to put it out there. I want to name this picture, and I'm asking you guys to help me name it. I'm trying to come up with a name for it, and I want to hear from each and every one of you. What do you think this picture should be named? And even with the story I just told you about how my daughter come to be beside me, and I have 7 children, and she's the one. She's the last one, but she made it on this picture right here. So I want to hear from you. What do you guys think this picture should be called? Okay, and Nezreen, I tell you, thank you for this gift. This is a gift that is now going to be a family heirloom. Okay. The story is already set. It's already staged. And, with my storytelling ability, I'm going to create a deeper story. And this picture is going to be passed down from generation to generation. Mm-hmm. Who holds this picture is going to be like the matriarch of the family. It's going to be passed down to one of my children. I don't know which one. I don't even know. Maybe it's Judea. Maybe it's not. But this now is going to be a part of my story and a part of my journey. So definitely, Nazreen, you are now a part of, I'm a masterpiece and you are a piece of my puzzle. There it is. Yes, we have connected and you are a piece of my puzzle. So I thank you for that. I see there's some people in the room right now. Just give me a shout out to let me know who's in the room right now, because I actually can't see your name until you type something. I appreciate it if you show some love and just let me know who's in the room right here. So I got 10 rules to live by. Okay, 10 rules to live by. I hope you had time to get your pen and to get your paper. Okay, so here we go. Number 1. And just to let you know, they're not in any order of, one is more important than the other. Okay, just by simple principle, somebody had to be 1 and somebody had to be 10. Okay, so here he is, the 10 rules to live by. Number 1, always be thankful. Okay, I can't stress that enough. It's not about the negative things or some accident or something happened to you in your life. Always look to be thankful. Instead of looking at what just happened to you, look at the fact that you could think about what just happened to you. That means you still have cognitive ability. You're still among the land of the living. So be thankful. You get into a car accident, be thankful. Even if you broke your leg, something could have happened more severe than that. Be thankful. These are things that I live by, and by living by them, my life is the better. So I'm sharing you the principles of what I'm living by. It's not just words to me. It's not just ink on a page. These are things that I'm living by. Number 2, sometimes silence is better than being right. And I say that in the sense of this. Even if you are right, sometimes it's just good to be silent about it. Okay? You don't have to always let everybody know that you are right. Let me share something very simple with you that happened to me. True story. When I was working on a job site, and my boss accused me of doing something, and I was 1000% innocent, but he was so adamant, and he basically started to lecture me. He didn't ask me if I did it. He just believed that I did it and just started to lecture me and so forth. And so I stood there and I listened to his lecture, and after he was finished, I apologized to him. I said, I am sorry, and so forth, and then he quieted down, and a couple days later, he called me into his office and sat me down and said that I come to learn that what I accused you of a couple days ago, you were innocent. And I said, yes, that's correct. And he said, so why didn't you tell me? And I said, well, you already believed that I did it, and so I just figured it's easier just to ask for an apology rather than, and to get you back into a positive realm and so forth. Because if I had told you I didn't do it, then you would have gone off to find out who did do it, right? And then so you're still going to be in this mood that you're in. I just figured just to take it and apologize, and everything will be cool, right? And he learned something about me that day, that to this day, he really respects me. Because he doesn't know how many people that would do something like that. And so that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes just be silent, right? It's not always about being right. Okay? These are life lessons, like I said, that has really transitioned my life into more of a positive realm. Okay? Love is not what you say. Love is what you do. Okay, I'm sure you all know that, but once again, these are things that I'm practicing. People that talk about that they love you, it's about the action, right? And we know the greatest act of love is to sacrifice oneself for another. And we know that our Creator did that. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave. He acted upon his love. He showed you how much he loved you. And so don't just go around and telling people that you love them. Show me what you got. All right. I remember that song. I think it was Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? Well, Tina Turner, love has everything to do with it, but it's not about the words, right? And I know why you wrote the song, because Ike, he kept beating on you and he kept telling you that he loves you, right? And so you wrote the song, What's Love Got to Do with It? But I got news for you. He didn't really love you. He was just saying that he loved you. Okay, and so it's about the action, guys. It's about the action that shows love. Okay, number 4, guys. Number 4, let go of your failures. Okay, let go of your failures, but keep the lesson. Okay, it's very important. You got to move forward. Now, the fundamental principle of the word, the manuscript, I talk about it in my book. It says a good man. A good man. Now, we're not even talking about a bad man here. We're talking about a good man. He falls 7 times. Okay. But the powerful thing about that is he had to get up, right? In boxing, right, you get knocked down, the referee starts to count and he's giving you time. You got 10 seconds. As long as you get back to your feet, accountability, put your hands up and like you're ready to go again, that's the sign that the referee says, okay, the fight can continue. So I say to you, right, let go of your failures, but remember the lesson, okay, and get up. For God's sakes, get up. All right. You tried a business and the business failed. That doesn't mean you're not an entrepreneur. Try another business or find, your passion and all that stuff. And I'm getting ahead of myself now. Okay. So very good lesson in life. All right. Number 5, if it's what you love, never give up. All right. If it really is what you love, never give up, because if it's your passion, you got to press on. Just plain and simple. Don't settle in, guys. Don't settle in. Find your reason why and press on. I have 7 children, and I'll say that a lot. And the reason why I emphasize that, guys, because I'll tell you something. When I tell people, it doesn't happen as often as it did now because people now know me, right? But when I meet people and I tell people that I have 7 children, one of the number one things that they would say is, oh my God, how can you afford it? And it gives me an opportunity to talk about God and to talk about faith and so forth, because, I when I read the manuscript told me a child is a blessing. Okay. When you start talking about how can you afford it, you're thinking that it's all on you. Right? No, they're just on loan, guys. These kids were on loan to us for us to bring them into this world and to raise them as positive male and female role models in society. That's the job of a parent, right? Is to raise your children so they can stand on their own and they will leave this world better than they found it. You seem to think that they belong to you. No, they don't belong to you. So don't abuse your kids. Okay. They're on loan. And matter of fact, they're on loan so you could become who you need to become. My children helped me to be who I am today. If my daughter didn't say to me, Daddy, why did you start a cleaning business? Maybe I'd still be running a janitorial business today. And I'm not in the realm of a life coach, which I love, which I am passionate about. So there you have it. My kids are a part of my puzzle, right? My 5,000 piece puzzle that connected me to me being the masterpiece in what I am today. And I'm still evolving because there's still people that I still have to meet. There's still people that I still have to connect to. Okay, so that's number 5, right? Let me reiterate that again, right? If it's what you love, never give up. Okay. Press to your passion, okay? And there's going to be pain involved, but press on, okay? I encourage you to press on. Don't give up on your dreams, all right? Number 6, Do not let others steal your peace. Guys, I can't stress this enough how I have saved myself a whole lot of heartache and turmoil where I fortify myself to let me know what it takes for me to keep my peace. Okay. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody steal your peace. Right. I have this simple thing. I sometimes I do say it out loud. People don't know what I'm talking about anyways, but you know, I'm a sci-fi guy. I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. And, you know, in the series of Star Trek, you know, Captain Picard, when he will come across, you know, an enemy vessel, he would say these two words. He would say, shields up. Right? Because he's not the guy that's pushing the button to put the shields up. It's usually the guy, an engineer and stuff like that. And essentially, he puts up a barrier that if the enemy that they're facing, that they're about to have a little powwow, like a conversation, if by chance they choose to fire their photon missiles, then the shield will protect the Starship Enterprise, right? So he goes, shields up. And so even though they fired the shots at it, you know, the shield absorbed the impact. And so we got to learn how to be, you know, like what Captain Picard says, you got to learn how to put your shield up so it doesn't get in on your inside. Don't let nobody steal your joy and your peace, because the joy of the Lord got to be your strength, right? Your creator's got to give you that strength to overflow. And when you're in that overflow mode, there you go. You could give your peace, you could give your joy because you're overflowing. All right. So hold on to that and learn how to hold on to that. All right. So like I said, if I'm around you now and you hear me say shields up, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Just fortify yourself because when somebody steals your peace, it takes you into a different frame of mind and you miss your blessings. All right. Okay. Number 7, be patient. Things will get better. Okay. Sounds like a song, guys. But wait on the change. Okay. Everything that you're going through, it's only a lesson to get you to or to get you through. Okay. Hear that. Whatever is happening to you, it's only a lesson to get you through, to get you to. All right. So don't give up. Don't give up. Be patient. That is a part of the of time. You got to learn patience because that is a part of the component of the fruit of the Spirit, which is in Galatians 5:22. All right. You got to be patient. Right. Learn patience, guys. Some little principles that my creator taught me how to develop patience is drive the speed limit, right? When you're in that school zone and it says 40 kilometers, go 40 kilometers. Yes, I know it seems so slow, like you're not getting anywhere. But while you're doing that, take a look at the birds. Take a look at the flowers and so forth, because you're going so slow. Keep an eye on the road. I'm not telling you take your eye off the road and crash into something, but yeah, be patient. These are some of the things that I learned to do to develop my patience, and I'm still growing in patience. All right. Number 8. And this one, guys, it's a big one to me. This is something that my father taught me a long time ago. Integrity is everything. And what I like to say, and I say it to you right now, my word is my bond. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Let your yay be yay and let your nay be nay. If you can't do it, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. And don't tell anybody you're going to do it and then don't do it. And it really bothers me. I don't like to surround myself with people that don't have integrity, because it's all about your word. Okay? It's all about your word. All right? I see a Tiger Bear. I'm saying Tiger Bear because I don't want to mess up your first name. Is that Jean Lozama? Jean Lozama, I want to thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you listening in. And I don't know at what point you tuned in, but I'm going through 10 rules that you ought to live by. And I just finished number 8, which is integrity, because integrity is everything. Your word is everything. Your word is your bond. Okay. Number 9. It's okay to be afraid, but don't let it stop you, because there is something called courage. Okay? There's nothing wrong with having fear, guys. I'll share with you right now. I have fear of heights. I don't get dizzy or anything like that, but I get this feeling like whenever I go somewhere high and everything's like, oh, I can fall off or something like that. it's something that I've dealt with from a long time ago. I can actually tell you when I developed that. When I was living in Cambridge, I was playing on the top of an old bus, and I got too close to the edge, and I fell off the top of the bus, and I hit my head on a rock, and I actually was unconscious for some time. I actually don't know how long I was out, but I developed a fear of heights because of that, because I actually fell, and I was knocked out, and my friends who was with me, they carried me inside the bus, and then I came to, and so forth. And yeah, it rattled me, and a part of me is missing, in the sense of I don't know what happened, because my friends were telling me that I was talking to them and so forth, but I don't remember. It's completely blank to me, but it doesn't stop me from going places high. Matter of fact, I tell myself that I'm going to parachute. I'm going to jump out of a perfectly good airplane with a parachute. It's on my bucket list, and I'm working up to it. So if anybody interested in going parachuting with me, holler at me, and we'll make it happen. Okay, but that's number 9. It's okay to be afraid, but don't let it stop you, because there is something called courage. And I just want to share something with you pertaining to that, because if you see this on top here is fear, and fear is facing you. There is a bottom that is the opposite, and it's called courage. And so by default, simply this, instead of trying to work on how do you get rid of your fear, all you got to do is learn how to develop courage. By default, the fear will subside, because fear and courage cannot manifest at the same time. Right? It's the opposite of the same coin, right? So I teach people that the power of words and so forth. Grab a hold of courage. All right, grab a hold of courage, and you will see that your fear will subside. So yes, I'm going to jump out of an airplane. Who's with me? Who wants to come with me? Just holler at me, let me know. Last but certainly not least, live in the moment. Live in the moment, but look forward to what is coming next. Okay, it's good to set goals and things like that, but don't be looking so far in the future that you can't be living in the moment or taking care of business right then and there. Okay, you heard me talk about him writing a book, and it was a 2-year process, and I started to do videos and stuff like that. Here is the I demonstrate, here is the cover of the book and so forth, and I got chapter 1 finished, and I got chapter 2 and so forth. There was a progression there, but it came to a point where you had to have the finished product. And yes, I had my book launch on Friday, and it was a success and awesome and so forth. And now I'm a published author, and looking forward to my next challenge and so forth. And I got some things on the go right now. Keep November 28th, guys. I'm actually going to have a movie night. It's a movie that I want to see. It's being released on November the 28th. So book that in, and I'll give you more details, and let me know if you're interested. It's a movie about Usain Bolt. Okay, it's going to be released in the theaters, and you could go on my Facebook page. I did put it up under my Stevie TV, I think, because I got a bunch of different Facebook groups, and I'll also post it also on my timeline as well. I haven't done that as yet, but I'm about to do that, and I'm looking for some people to join me. I'm hoping to get like 50 people. A location in Toronto. I think Toronto is easiest, instead of you guys coming in the West End in Brampton, where I'm from. I will find a theater at Toronto somewhere, and let's maximize. Let's get together and have a session of a mastermind session, right? Get together and have a dinner and a movie. There it is. Let's do that. My friend Sujit and Jim, they do this once a month, and I think it's a great idea. But specifically, this particular movie, Usain Bolt, I met him. I got a chance to speak with him and so forth. And so I want to share with you guys also, my experience in meeting the fastest man in the world. So November 28th, guys, that's the date it's being released. And I love to see who's interested in being a part of this. Holler at me. And of course, you got to be in the GTA, guys. I know there's people listening in South Africa and other parts of the world. Y'all can go and watch the movie, but unless you want to come to Toronto and be in a auditorium with me at the same time. Okay. Sean Van Vensberg, all the way in South Africa. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, my son. I'm coming your way. Yes, I got the release. I'm going to be in South Africa 2017, guys. I am going to be spending some time and building over there. All right. So there are the 10 things, guys. These are things that, like I said, I live by. Immerse it, let it become a part of the fiber of your body. And share this video, and don't only be hearers of this video, but be doers of this video. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in. Thank you for being patient with me and writing down these notes, and put it somewhere, guys. Put it in your bathroom mirror. Get some silly putty and stick it right on the glass there. And while you brush your teeth, you could be looking at these 10 rules, these 10 principles, and says, okay, I got to work on my patience. And I remember Steve said, I must try to drive the speed limit. I'm going to try that and work it into a habit, because science says anything you do consecutively becomes a habit, whether it be positive or negative. 21 days, it becomes a habit. Okay. So somebody calling me right now. That Elizabeth calling me, and I gotta go. So thank you all. Peace and love, and remember, aim high, spread wings, fly.